Alright, hello and welcome back to Quest for Glory 5. Alright, so we don't have much that we really need to do today to begin, I don't think. Talk to the famous adventurer, we have everything neat. Let's go to the magic shop quickly. And we're going to purchase 2 spells. There's only really one I care about. We probably won't actually need it right now, but it'll just be good to have, so... Purchase something. So... I suppose we could get the charm bracelet. Actually, definitely can. But let's wait on it. We're going to buy the Rip spell. This spell wards away monsters while you sleep in the wilderness. Being a prudent spellcaster, you should naturally invoke Rest in Peace each night. Not quite as violent as you might have assumed just looking at it to begin with.
I thank you for doing business with me.
Right, and then the Boom spell. This spell creates a skull of magical energy that will explode when something approaches within 10 feet. Aggressive, but I like it. Let's see how that goes.
I thank you for doing business with me.
Alright, and then I think we have everything else, except the bracelet. Rest in Peace, Juggling Lights, Resistance, Dazzle, Fascination spell. This spell attracts dumb monsters and damages them slightly when the spell discharges. Sure, why not? Seems kind of like Boom, but a little different.
I thank you for doing business with me.
Alright, now let's depart. So, we have already spoken to the famous adventurer. Let's make sure that we have our amphora, which we do, so we can move on with our day and track down the Pegasus feathers. The famous adventurer told us that the Pegasus nests somewhere north on the island. And we can check out our map, but we're actually going to say hi to someone first on the way. As we start to leave, we see young Orestes here. Let's talk to him.
Come to gloat? You got me fair and square.
How are you doing?
Ain't as bad as it could be. Ain't starving.
I like it. Positive mindset.
They got back all the money, so they let me off cheap. I'm in for 20. Might even live that long if I'm lucky.
Didn't sound that cheap, but alright.
It's a living. Better than starving. Didn't want to be a thief, but there ain't no work for a one-armed sailor, you know.
Let's ask him about this missing arm of his.
Lost it when some rigging on the sails got tangled in a storm. I was getting it loose when the wind shifted. I was knocked aft and my arm was smashed. Like to die I was, trying to get the money to get a new arm. Reckon I'll never get one now.
Alright, and let's tell him about his arrest. I don't know why he needs to hear it from us.
Okay, no hard feelings. You did your job, matey.
Alright, farewell.
Yeah, bye. Seems like my worst enemy's my only friend right now.
Well, you know, we are a hero, so... we don't really have any gear to put on. I suppose we could get some armor and things, but we'll just try and avoid direct physical confrontation if we can. We may not get attacked. We might get attacked 5 times. We'll find out on the way. For some reason, in our previous playthrough, we kept having a situation come up where the music of a monster attack would happen, but then nothing would show. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I suppose it makes things faster, but it's not quite as exciting, and it certainly isn't as true to the game. But it's not uncommon to get all the way to Pegasus without having to fight anything. Which we have done this time. Alright, we can make a quick stop in to take a look at this dragon pillar, since we won't be looking any other time. Examining the pillar closely, you read, "By the raising of this stone, the dragon now sleeps." Alright, let's start off by coming around here to the, I guess we'll say, northeast side of the rocks. And we're going to get a drink from this stream. Taking a drink of these waters, you feel incredible joy and excitement. It's as if you have been reborn. You feel like you can face any monster or challenge and be victorious. This is great. Alright, let's get our Amphora out. We're going to fill 2 from this stream. One is for the adventurer, one we will use later. Alright, let's start by walking up around this pathway. Come up over to here. And then get out our levitate spell. Where are you? There you are. I was going to say, hopefully it puts us in the right position. Feels like you're levitating on top of the world. It's almost like flying. Oh, there we go. Alright, now we have come to this ledge here. We could have levitated up to there, I suppose, but you don't really need to. And now, we can just grab a handful of feathers. We also could cast Fetch, just for the sake of doing so, I guess. Not really much of a need for it. Your spell collects a bunch of feathers, returning with them to our waiting hands. Why not? It'll be fun. Wish we could zoom in a little. Looks like there's a fun animation happening that we can't see. I'm going to take pretty much as they'll let us take. I think it's like 100. Maybe 150. Let's see, how many do we have? 100. Let's see if they let us keep doing it. You have as many feathers as your backpack can handle. And because it's fun, I'll show this off again. We click the feathers on ourselves. Whee! This may seem like a silly idea, but it can't be any worse than jumping to an almost certain doom, assuming no one was around to witness your attempt. Even death would be better than the jokes you'd have to endure. And we just kind of helicoptered down. Now, let's take out our magnets and head back home. Our task complete, but we are going to try and get a little bit more done today. We're going to run off to the Famous Adventurers Correspondence School, give him the Hippocrene water. We would go see Folos, but frankly we didn't fight anything, so we don't need to. And I suppose on the way, we have enough time, we can stop in here and say hello to another old friend.
Hero Man! Elsa here! Elsa, Hero Man here!
It is good to see you again. I assume you are here to be my rival in the rights of rulership. We seem to have the bad habit of working against one another each time we meet.
That's not inaccurate.
I look forward to competing against you for the rulership of Silmaria. You will be a formidable opponent and I shall have to strive fully to win.
How you been, Elsa?
I am impatient for the rites of rulership to begin. I do not like to be idle. As soon as you enter the rites, we shall see which of us will rule Silmaria. I shall enjoy your competition.
This is nice. We really haven't gotten an update on Spielberg since we were there all the way back in Quest for Glory 1.
As you recall, I was the brigand leader you were seeking to destroy in Spielberg. Fortunately, you removed the curse upon me before we came to sword blows. I am an excellent swordsman, you know.
I do. Luckily, we didn't have to learn about that in 1, because you would have run us through quite easily.
I drove the brigands away after you left the valley. I was called a hero by all except my brother Barnard. He considered my actions to be unladylike and unsuitable for his little sister. He wished me to wear dresses and marry a nearby nobleman. He also did not approve of my choice of Toro as a friend. I informed him bluntly how little I cared for his suggestions upon my life and future.
Yes, it's very easy not to care much about Bernard, because he's the worst.
My brother is now the Baron of Spielberg after my father retired. Barnard and I do not agree on many things. He does not approve of my behavior. Thus I sought any chance to get away from my homeland in Barnard.
A reasonable choice, and her swordsmanship?
I did not become brigand leader by my good looks. The brigands respected only the force of the blade. Therefore, I became very good with my sword and dagger.
Alright, and a little bit about what she thinks about our town here.
This is a very fine city. It needs a strong ruler right now. I am precisely the leader the island needs.
How about the rights of rulership?
I was invited here by Minos, one of the counselors to the assassinated king. He heard of my reputation as hero and wished me to enter the rites. He believes I will make an excellent ruler of Silmaria.
Tell us more about Minos. Doesn't sound like Toro likes him very much.
Minos is a wealthy man, and his ancestors once ruled this island. He says that he is content to advise the ruler of Silmaria. I am staying with him at his palace on an island some miles from here.
Okay, and Toro.
Toro continues to be my loyal companion. However, he seems to have found this job as guildmaster to his liking. I do not see him as much as I would prefer.
Miss Elsa, too.
Still, Toro, I am happy you have found a life of your own.
All right.
We shall see each other soon, I believe.
And let's see what Toro has to say.
Happy see you. Okay, happy Elsa here.
I love Toro.
Elsa, best person, friend.
All right, and let's say goodbye.
Sad see go.
You can also check the board here, see if there's any new postings. Nope. All right, let's move on. All right, let's go this way quickly. We're going to make a quick stop in on the famous adventurer. Let's give him what we got. Oop, there we go.
That's it. You've got it. I'd know its smell anywhere. It's got the scent of the sweat of the wild bull you're riding, the chill of a starlit night on the top of a mountain peak, the perfume of a lover's lips. How could I ever forget this? It's the drink that makes men become gods. It's adventure and glory and life. It's what you're here for, isn't it? It's why I was here for so long, I just didn't realize it.
Let's see what he has to say.
Ask me that question again when I've had my quaff of this stuff. I've been dead for so long here, and I didn't even know it. This will bring me back to life again.
What can he tell us about the water itself?
You tasted it, didn't you? You couldn't help but drink deep the waters of the Hippocrene. It's the milk of Mother Nature, the liquor of inspiration, the very spirit of adventure.
All right, let's let him enjoy, and then we will come back later.
Come back here after I've had the chance to enjoy this. I'll try to find something you'd be interested in.
All right, so... I'm going to quickly pop over to see Salim and Julinar. Give them the feathers so we get some stamina potions. Nice sweets. All right. We're also going to pick up a couple of other... No, I don't speak Greek, or fake Greek. I don't even know if it's real Greek. Go in the door.
Good to see you again.
You too. Let's start off by making this sale of the Pegasus feathers. We're going to keep, really just need one, but we'll get rid of the rest of them.
Hey, thanks! This will really help me keep the shop going so I can make some more good pills and potions.
All right. And now let's chat with them.
Welcome back. Is there any way in which we can help you?
Yeah, probably. How you been, Julinar?
I am well, thanks to you and Salim.
How's the apothecary doing?
Business has been very strong lately. Sadly, it is this way only because of the evil events here in Silmaria. It would please me more to have fewer but happier patrons.
We don't always think of her as such, but Julinar is a magic user. That's how she heals, so we can ask what she thinks of Erasmus.
Erasmus is a great and very kindly wizard. His spells have greatly aided the people here.
All right, and now let's talk to Salim.
Come again soon. Our herbs will always be here when you need them.
You're always welcome here. Julinar and I wouldn't have even met if you hadn't helped us find each other.
And how are you?
I'm groovy. Hope you're happy and healthy too.
He's groovy. How's the shop?
We're selling all kinds of healing pills and poison cure pills these days. I kind of wish people would... We're selling all kinds of healing pills and poison cure pills these days. I kind of wish people would go back to just needing the stamina pills for dates, though.
Maybe someday.
Silmaria is like the coolest place on the planet. Well, it's kind of warm, actually. But my plants like that. Julinar likes the sun, too.
All right. And
have a cosmic time out there.
Buy some stamina pills here. There we go. Yeah, let's just get a bunch. Why not? We got plenty of cash.
Hey, thanks! This will really help me keep the shop going, so
Right. And I don't remember how many healing pills we got, but it's probably enough for right now. Let's grab some poison cure just to have them.
Hey, thanks! This will really help me keep the shop going so I can make some more...
Good. Alright, that's enough. Let's move on. Now... Oh, actually, there's one other thing we wanted to do in
Γεια σας, μιλάτε ελληνικά?
Can't believe I forgot. You want to pop back here and grab one of these jalapenos.
Good to see you again.
You pick yourself some peppers from your generous friend's supplies. And while we're at it, why don't we sneak a little bit of flowers here, just in case we ever need them. Pick some flowers. There are plenty to share. Nice. Alright, so we can go in and see the adventurer now. I think he's had enough time to enjoy his drink. Maybe even find something we'd be interested in, as he said. And you're going to find he's a much different person these days.
Welcome back, lad. I wanted to really thank you in return for shaking the cobwebs from my head and dusting me off with the hippocrene water. You know, there's not much I can give you in return for the hippocrene water. I never was much into that magic stuff. I did meet a dying leopard man while traveling through the jungles of Tana once. He had a magical scroll on him. Said it was the worst magic there was. Destroys everything for miles, including the magic user. The old guy never had the nerve to try the spell, so he gave it to me. It's not much of a gift. Sometimes, though, a last resort is all that is left. Sure hope you never have to use it.
We'll take a look at that in a minute. Let's chat with him here and get an idea of his newfound lust for life.
It's a gorgeous morning today, isn't it? Makes me want to run outside and dive off the dock, swim to who knows where. It's that kind of a day.
How are you, bud? You seem like you're doing all right.
I am alive again. I feel like I've just wakened from a long sleep. I've got some books to write and stories to tell, and then I'm off to find some new adventures and new tales. Life's too short not to enjoy it fully.
And let's see if he has any name for us yet.
You want to know my real name? Which one do you want to know? My name is Davy Jones when I sail upon the sea. I've chorused with the sirens as they sang their songs to me. I've supped on Circe's island, though she thought I was a bore. And she's the only girl I hope to never see once more.
And his thoughts on the Pegasus.
It's beautiful, isn't it? There's only one in all the world. Kind of sad thinking of it all alone like that. Everyone needs a lover sometime.
And on that sad note, we will say goodbye.
Farewell, and enjoy every moment of your adventure. Even the worst is better than being dead.
Alright, let's depart. Now we're going to do two things. One, we're going to look at this scroll here. Ooh, hang on, let's read it first. The scroll is written on the hides of a long-dead animal. It has the words thermonuclear blast written upon it in magical notation. The words of the spell burn themselves into your brain as the scroll crumbles into dust. Now, hang on, I'm going to pause quickly. We'll show off this spell. Alright, let's bust out thermonuclear blast. Ooh, fancy looking. And as we cast it, your magic spell flowered into a mushroom cloud. There's not enough for you to put into a shroud. That was bizarre. Kind of cool looking, though. All right, hang on. All right, and we're back. So that was fun, but not certain how that's going to be useful to us. Certainly not going to help right now. Now, the next thing we want to do is at 6 p.m., so I will mess around for a little bit and then come back right outside of Science Island. So hang on, I'll be right back. All right, let's summon our gondola here. And actually, no, we'll wait a second. Wait for the gondola to get back and get to the other side of the island before we do our next step. Break. Jump on board. And let's see if Lightning Ball can activate this or if we need Force. Need Force Bolt. Okay. Get that out. It's harder to aim when the thing starts rocking. Aim a little lower, maybe? I don't know what else is happening. It shouldn't be this difficult. Just click right here. This should be very easy. Rate, I'm gonna have to pause and try again. I don't know why it won't hit. I feel like watching the balls bounce around. That was weird. I don't know. I mean, I guess we got some practice for force build, so it's not the worst thing that's ever happened, but I don't know why that wasn't working. But it's fine. We are now moving and can go about our day. Let's head inside, and we will find the nighttime proprietor of the Science Institute. One Dr. Mobius.
I have no time for stupid social noises. Save them for those with nothing better to do.
All right. How are you?
I am Dr. Mobius, the greatest scientist on Science Island. Unfortunately, that understates my true genius, since I am surrounded by dolts. Fortunately, most of them have left me in peace at last.
And now let's get his opinion on pizza, which isn't quite as long-winded as Dr. Pretorius.
You reveal the depth of your ignorance by asking such a question. Every 2-bit researcher knows the importance of pizza in scientific research. Pizza is the ultimate fuel. Someday we will invent cars, airplanes, even spaceships. Undoubtedly, they will need pizza to get anywhere. Of course, the pizza needs sufficient fire to achieve its full potency. Pepperoni and jalapeno toppings, those are the secret to a truly world-dominating pizza. Everything else is incidental. Those are incendiary.
All right, science?
Science is the ultimate power. It bends everything else to its needs. Watch a glassblower make hard glass melt by applying a little heat. That is science at work.
And how do you feel about Gort?
Ah, Gort. Now there is a truly worthwhile specimen. Have you noticed his magnificent upper body development, the finely tuned coordination in his extremities? And he manages to keep his mouth shut, unlike some.
All right, tell us about the island.
We created this island to keep out the prying eyes of jealous neighbors. Here we can pursue our research and experiments without fear of offending some petty peasant. You can find the results of past experiments everywhere around here. Just remember, there is no such thing as a failure in science. Only evidence against one hypothesis in favor of another.
All right, that's enough.
Had enough of science for now? I shouldn't wonder. You may safely assume that science has had enough of you as well.
Now, he, just like his counterpart, won't allow us to do anything else in the lab until we show our scientific merit. You can check out his poster. She seems to switch at night to a jalapeno and pepperoni pizza. So, we can go into our inventory here and create one such pizza. Oh, there, okay. And by offering that to Dr. Mobius.
Yes, it is a pepperoni and jalapeno pizza, the ultimate blend of science and art. If we could but harness this power, we could rule the world. Care for a piece?
Rule the world. All right, so let's head home. That is enough for today. We'll get a dinner down here. And actually, I think what we will do is, after we have dinner, I will pause things, kind of mess around for the night with some training.
Hey, you better watch your...
Oh, fine. Yeah, every now and then she doesn't want us to eat. I don't really know why. Yeah, we will pause things for some training. I'm going to take this pizza out of my hot bar before I accidentally use it or eat it. And then tomorrow we'll just kind of mess around, fight some monsters on the Overland map for a bit, and then come back for the end of the day. But let me pause for right now. Alright, let's sit down and have a meal. Hear what Anne has to say about the potential cooking fiascos that I assume went on. Although you never quite know, maybe things went well today. We're going to have a normal meal.
The soup for tonight is lobster brisk. Rover brought in a huge lobster for dinner, but Messy Tessie couldn't bear to drop the lobster alive into the boiling pot, so the cooks decided to get the lobster drunk first. Soon they were all singing Little Brown Jug, with the lobster singing harmony. While Tessie was reaching for the barrel of beer, she knocked over the flour, which soon covered everything. So they gave the lobster a bath and a group hug for being such a good sport, and turned him loose. Then they made the soup from his bath water.
You eat it quickly, content that at least you didn't pay anything for the food. Alright, so like I said, I think we'll just kind of go out into the great wild world and just get in a couple fights here. Hopefully nothing goes too poorly for us. Haven't fought as a magic user in some time, so not exactly at my peak. We're going to go up to this dragon pillar here, and let's cast our protection spell, and try and just get a little bit of wiggle room here. And a little trouble aiming. Yeah, that's a little better. Alright, let's try and get a little distance. Maybe we can... I don't have Dazzle out. I'm curious what this whirlwind spell does. Let's try that. Does that mess him up at all? That doesn't seem to bother him at all. I also want to try this boom spell. There it is. So let's do this. Back up. I don't know if that works or not. Let's get our protection back on. Kind of throws it like a grenade. We'll have to try and guide them towards it a little bit. Oh, it also hurts us. That's good to know. It's turning out to be more difficult to use than I wanted. Alright, that worked a little better. There we go. Starting to get the hang of it. Sort of. Alright, let's heal up a touch. And maybe we'll go to using some of our more traditional spells. Let's get our protection back on. Oops, I cast that. I also want to try this, what was it? Fascination spell. Let's try that. Maybe that'll help us a little bit. At least got one of them out of our way. Temporarily. Let's try it again. Maybe we can combine it. Oh, a lot of magic. Alright. Let's do fascination again. And then... Nope. No, hey, get fascinated. I like it better when you're confused. Alright. There. Alright. Well, didn't go as smoothly as it could have, but just getting used to things, trying some stuff out. Let's heal up a bit. Move you down and put you here. And let's get some wax from this beehive. Need that for later. And also see if there's anything interesting written on this pillar. The words at the bottom of the pillar read, "This is the second of the pillars that bind the Dragon of Doom. As long as this stands, the dragon shall not again fly." Why don't we check out all the other pillars that are in the local vicinity? Maybe that'll be our task for the day. Alright, so some more enemies here. So let's cast our protection. I don't know if these guys can be fascinated quite as easily as the dumb monsters. Doesn't seem like it. Do some more lightning bolting. A little easier. They tend to stay more stationary while they're firing their arrows, but I think that our big electric ball is going to work a little better. It's a much easier fight for us. I'm going to be able to try this boom spell again. Bring that back out since the fascination isn't doing a lot. Alright, let's find out where these last two are. It works fairly well. It's a little slow, but effective. Blow up this guy too. I think eventually we'll figure out a little better of a way to use these, but it's not a bad start. It does keep us a little stationary longer than we'd like. Have to fill up on healing pills tomorrow, which we should be able to afford after we sell off all this good stuff. And what does this pillar say? By the placing of this pillar, the binding of the Dragon of Doom begins. I assume this is the first then? Yeah, let's see. I think the other local pillar is up this way. Well, one of them is here. Maybe it was up this way. Yeah, that's where it is. Check in on this guy too. Alright, let's cast our protection spell again. What that's happened? Oh, that's from when we used our thing. Alright, let's try the boom right here in between all three of these guys. See how effective that is. Nice. I like that. Hopefully getting all three or just two of them. Beautiful. Nice, that's great. I like that. Ooh, let's move a little bit. And let's try our frostbite spell. Interesting spell here. Probably could use that on them as well. Alright, go up again. I don't want to collect this shell. I don't want to walk near that boom spell, because that'll take me out. And we'll just quickly read. Message on the base of this pillar reads, "By the raising of this pillar, the Dragon of Doom is driven from the shores of Marit." Alright. I feel like I should do this. I'm not leaving like some landmine around for, I don't know, some kid to stumble upon. Don't know. Oh. No? Alright. Well, sorry, kid. Probably be a mercenary anyway. Alright, I guess. Normally hate fighting the flying enemies, but we can try in here. Cast our protection. And I feel like frostbite is going to aim too low. The way they move around, maybe this boom spell will actually work for once. As a way to actually have little landmines around. Either that or it's just going to trap me. Oh, alright, did a little bit. And as usual, we can't really aim effectively at them. Maybe this will be a good time for the whirlwind spell. Let's try that. Wrap a little whirlwind around ourselves. Let's do it there. Not doing anything to them? I question whether the whirlwind spell does anything. There we go. Alright, does something. Just have to get them to go to the right spots. Putting up whirlwinds. It's not a very cost-effective method of doing things. We leave them closer to the booms. It does work a little bit, just not exceptionally well. Yeah, we can try frost, but I think it's just going to aim a little too low for them. Let's find out. Alright, that's not bad at all. Doing more area of effect spells. Just keep chasing them down. See what happens. This is very goofy. I like it. Alright, let's try this again. There's 2, 3, wonderful. Alright, still not the most effective way of dealing with things. Let's see, there is a pillar in here. We can try and sneak past this to go look at. There we go. This carved dragon pillar has the following inscription along its base. The first to rise, the last to fall. The doom cannot triumph while I stand. Alright, we'll have to keep that in mind. And let's get out of here. Fortunately, there's nothing interesting on fatty corpses. And we're getting really low on mana pills. I'll probably do one more fight. See if there's a more northern pillar we can look at. We looked at the one at the Pegasus nest. There should be one along the west coast here. Oh good, I was worried it was going to be the weirdings. I didn't really want to face them. We could do our blue spell again, that's kind of fun. A little close for that. Let's back up. Yeah, it was foolish. I don't like it as much when they get so close to us. Yeah, let's frostbite them too. Nice. That's remarkably effective. I like that. Alright. Now, let's continue on. Definitely need to stop by the apothecary tomorrow before we do anything fancy. And we will check out our last big pillar of the day. Well, maybe we'll stop and see the last one. What? Oh, goons. Alright. Cast our protection, and then I don't know what's going to happen here. I also don't know why that blue spell's still there, but that worked out nicely for us. We'll deal with it. These guys are going to be interesting enemies for us as a magic user, the way they pack such a punch and have a pretty solid amount of health, but they are fairly slow moving. Maybe we can work that toward. Oh, God. No, run away. Oh. Alright. Let's really run away. That got away from me quickly. We are almost dead. Honestly, we have to rest just so our stamina doesn't kill us. Well, that was fun. Alright, let's go downstairs. We are going to just quickly have a meal, which actually you don't need to watch. We'll have this meal, and then I'm just going to go to bed for the night before anything catastrophic happens. And we will come back tomorrow, and finally it will be time to start the Rites of Rulership. But till then, see ya.